Hello and welcome, BBR fans. Today we have, week 4 is it? Versus Keegan. Um, and as you can see, there's a Torn T against no flying resist. That's like one of the flaws of my build, or like my draft in general, is no flying resist. We've seen people try to take advantage of that in the past few weeks with the Specs Noivern, and then now with the Tornadus T, which is Terra, which is like the best flying type in the format, right? So that does demand a little bit of respect in the builder. So first off, I'm going to go over this Keldeo set. This is going to be Terra Electric, pretty obvious choice against him. Obviously, Terra Blast coverage into Gyarados, Tornadus. It's like really, really great. The one problem with this set in particular is it's walled by the Superior, which kind of sucks. But I felt like Flip Turn was pretty nice. If I'm able to Flip Turn into, something like my Clefable, which he does not switch into Clefable at all. Everything kind of gets T-Waved and like Calm Minded on. So Clefable is like probably like one of my better Pokemon in the matchup right here, honestly. It's so threatening. After a T-Wave, I will outspeed Screamtail, so I can, outspeed Encore the next turn, go for Calm Mind. If he locks me into Calm Mind, that's really not too bad for me, if I'm being completely honest. Most of the team is special. The only physical threat is really Samurott and Crocodile. The Gyarados is like probably not going to come, right? Especially because Terra Electric on my Keldeo is so obvious, and that's like the main thing you'd want the defensive profile for anyways. Maybe you want it for the Scizor. I could maybe see like a Boots BizDef set with T-Wave, Waterfall kind of thing. But regardless, this Clefable is like alpha threat, I think. I'm actually Calm Nature with a 184 defense. This is so that, Scarf Crook, or like unboosted, I guess, and unboosted Samurott never to KO me. The rest, this speed is for, outspeeding stuff creeping my Keldeo after a T-Wave, which I know Keegan like loves to speed creep, so if he goes faster than Keldeo on anything, I would be pretty shocked. Anyways, the Scizor here is going to be max attack, adamant, life orb, swords dance. Now this is a very threatening piece. It's really great at one-shotting Torn T. That's what the life orb kind of allows us to do here, rather than any just like boots or anything. Speaking of boots, I do have like 5 spike immunes on this team, which is like honestly so cool into a Samurott team. So not really too scared of Ceaseless Edge. It only hits my Scizor. But yeah. Okay, Arch. For this team in particular is probably the biggest threat, as I am benching the Meloetta. Scizor can come in on this, but I'm Life Orb Sword Stance. I don't really want to be switching into Dracos or anything, so it's going to be tough in the mid game to deal with the Archaludon. But we do have ways to like slow it down, right? It should be the initial Clefable switch in, so it should be T-Waved, and I can Calm Mind on a T-Waved Archaludon next turn, so I'm getting like good value out of that immediately. It's also just like generally weak to Keldeo. Like until I reveal all 4 moves, he doesn't know that I don't have like Fighting Stab outside of Vacuum Wave, so it should be pretty simple. This Terapagos is going to be Rock Polish 3 attacks. Rock Polish is so that I can outspeed Scarfers and like stuff like that, like booster speed Screamtail after, the speed boost. I don't think I'm getting a spin-off anyways, and again, like I don't really need to. I have 5 Spike Immune Pokemon. So I figured Rock Polish is probably fine. Sableye kind of is there. Spit Up Sableye can take 2 Earth Powers or whatever, so Dazzling Gleam in this makes a lot of sense. I am modest, so it'll always 2-hit KO Sableye. And then outside of that, just Starstorm is really, really strong. Earth Power to hit the Arch. It's just a good Pokemon. Scarf Lando with the rocks. We've seen this one before. I did want double Scarf here between Lando and Hydreigon just to have something to revenge kill the Tornadus T. I have the Keld, which is Terra Electric, Spadef. By the way, this spread always takes 2 Specs Hurricanes from Terra Flying. Crazy bulk on that. And then Modest 224 is just plenty strong enough. And then, yeah, so double Scarfer. Scarf Rocks is like a little bit annoying. It's hard to get them up. But that being said, this guy loves to run boots on everything, so Rocks aren't exactly a priority of mine. It's just to put like stuff like Specs Torn in range of like Scarf Draco and stuff like that. Which, if he's Boots Torn, then so be it. It's just not as strong, I can definitely handle a Boots Torn a lot easier than Specs in this game. So, Rocks on that, Stone Edge, all that stuff. The ground resists are not that stellar outside of Torn T. Like, really, the Gyarados is the only other ground resist, and I guess Serp, but those both have issues with my coverage moves. Hydreigon as well, like, there's no real Draco switch-in, besides Screamtail, of course, but versus Screamtail, it's like somewhat telegraphed usually. Like, if Screamtail's alive, it should probably switch into Hydreigon, so I can go for a Flash Cannon or a U-turn, really take advantage of that thing, get my Clefable in for a T-Wave, for example, or just get in my Keldeo, right? I'm Terra Electric, I don't fear the opposing T-Wave, it does like 20% with Dazzling Gleam. That could be an avenue to get my Keldeo in, for example, or my Scizor, you know, there's a lot of things that threaten the Screamtail in this matchup, so that's my team. Pretty short team builder, like, there's not too much else to say, it's just kind of some really good attackers on the left side, and then it's 2 Scarfers and like a great defensive piece with the Clefable. Nothing more really I have to say. And yeah, let's get right into the game. Hello and welcome, Draft League fans. Today, we're doing some crazy stuff. No Superior, this is awesome. I love seeing no Superior. Let me just write down his team real quick. So Torn is going to be Terra Flying. Samurott. Cool. Archaladon. Screamtail. He loves Screamtail. Volk. And Sableye. So he brought both Encores, which is interesting. I thought he could only really fit one, but that's fine for me. All is well. He doesn't really have much to lead off into my Keldeo. And I do want to lead Keldeo because I want to get off my Terra Electric as soon as possible, so I actually have a flying resist on the roster. Anything force me out turn 1? Not really. I can stay in versus literally anything. So we're going to lead off with Keldeo. Boom. Boom. My Keldeo this time is Japanese. I don't know why. Just every time I gen stuff, my Keldeo's Korean or Japanese. Whatever, man. Leading with Keldeo. Let's see. Boom. I'm recording, right? Yeah, I'm recording. Beast. Versus Keegan. Oh my. Hopefully we see a lead Torn. That's what I want to see. Up. Sableye. Okay. Well, I can just Terra in front of this. I'm not really too scared of anything that this wants to do. The worst thing that can happen really is like a knockoff of my boots, which is not the end of the world. If I were to switch, what would it be to? To Clef maybe? But I really want to get my Terra off, so I will just stay in. I can Terra this time. Yippee. Now, he doesn't really have much of a water resist, like Arch and Samurott can come in, but Arch coming in on Keldeo is literally wrong, so don't feel a need to Terra Blast here. Just going to Surf, I think. I could also Flip Turn. Nothing's stopping me from Flip Turning. Prevents me from taking a knockoff, potentially. And I still get the Terra off. And if he switches to Screamtail or something, that could be nice. Get some momentum, but if he goes Screamtail, I'd rather just Surf it, honestly. Right? Would I? We're just gonna Surf. What's the worst that could happen? He's gonna switch into maybe Screamtail. Do we see a Screamtail? Never sleep. Screamtail. Yep. So I am modest. Almost max special attack, so if this is just a max HP Screamtail, this should be a 2-hit, or not 2-hit, 3-hit KO. Look at him, he can Terra, he's so nice. No erectile dysfunction this time. Screamtail, that looks like max HP damage. 32 to 38, maybe a low roll on that one. That being said, I'm not really forced out by this thing ever. Like, he can Encore, he can Rocks. So what? Dazzling Gleam does like 20% to me. I'm just gonna Surf. Maybe like a Calm Mind would be scary, but I always have Life Orb Scizor in the back, so who really cares? Stealth Rocks goes up, as expected, but most of my team is Boots. Or maybe not most, but like, I have several Boots, so not the end of the world. This should be a 3-hit KO. It's looking close, but if I don't get it, then Vacuum Wave follow-up next turn will be fine. Judging from it looks like 2 low rolls, so maybe he has a little bit of Spit F, but regardless, it's not a whole lot, and I can just surf again. No real issue here. So Screamtail is already weakened. This is nice for my Terapagos. It's in range of, you know, after a Rock Polish. Let me see. This is also an EQ range, which is nice. You see a Dazzling Gleam that's going to do like 20%. Yeah. It doesn't KO, but surely Vacuum Wave will do whatever that is. Just gonna go for it. No reason not to. His fighting resist that wants to come in is like Torn, which I'll gladly Terra Blast next turn. No problem here. So 1 kill for Keldeo at lead in exchange for rocks going up. Not a bad trade. What does he even go to right now? Low-key. If he goes Samurott, I'll probably just stay in and attack it Loki. Loki. Like, what is his play? He just expected Screamtail to handle it, but no, I just stay in. What's the problem? There's the Arch, which I will switch out versus staying in for flip turn is not worth it. Because I could be slower. This is a very slow Keldeo. Now Arch, I do kind of have a little bit of trouble switching into. I can go Scizor, but I don't want to take too much chip on that thing. So, what's my play here? I mean, I don't really switch in well at all, you know? I could go Terapagos, break my shell early, but I might need my shell for what, though? What would I need my shell for? As like a backup flying resist, but I have multiple Scars and my Keldeo and Bullet Punch. Maybe I'll just go and use up my shell here. Because I'm okay with this. If he Dracos, cool. And he's probably gonna pivot into Sableye. We saw no Balloon on Sableye. So Earth Power into Dazzling Gleam should be enough. I'm using my shell early, but I want to keep all my pieces around, and this is my easiest Draco switch in. So yeah. And we'll see this damage here. That did a lot. Terapagos, Terastal custom set versus Archalizzi. So Draco Meteor. It looks to be maybe even Specs. No, not Specs, just max special attack. So now though, he's gonna want to block a spin, I think. He's really pressured to switch into Sableye here. I don't see any other reasonable play that he can make, so I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam it. He brought the Sableye specifically for this, it's probably Spadef, and Dazzling Gleam from my Terapagos should be able to 2-hit KO it. As the Sableye does come in, so we nail that on the switch with the Dazzling Gleam. He's not Spadef at all, actually. So I'm just gonna Dazzle again. All good. Worst case, he Encores me into it and then sets up with Volk, but I should be able to handle that, all things considered. Maybe he T-Waves me and I get full parried till the end of the earth. That would actually be worst case scenario, huh? Maybe it would have been better to go hard Keldeo here, to block T-Wave, Encore, anything like that. If he recovers, I get another KO with Surf or whatever. That being said, Arch comes in after anyways, so not the greatest situation in terms of like being revenged. And so I'm gonna go ahead and assume that the Arch is faster than my Keldeo, judging that it's offensive Arch. Or at least until I hit it and I see like max HP, I'm going to assume that. Withdrew it? To what? Where are we going here? Myself. Okay. So a little bit of chip on Volk. Let me calc that real quick, because I might be able to tell. So Dazzling Gleam looks to be... I don't know. It's Wi-Fi. Who really knows? So what's my switch in to Volk? So I can go potentially Clef here and T-Wave it. If it's like sub-Quiver, that's bad though. I might just stay in and Starstorm. Why not just Starstorm here? If he quivers on me, I'm still doing decent damage. I'm doing like 40%-ish. I'm just gonna Starstorm. There's an Overheat. Okay. Will that kill me? It doesn't even kill me. Weird Volk set. I'll take this chip for sure. So he's offensive for sure. It could be, I don't think it's Morning Sun Overheat. That doesn't make much sense. Now, he is -2, so I do feel a lot more comfortable going into my Clef here, saving the sack for the Arch. That makes a lot of sense to me, I think. Yeah, he's -2. Like, what does he do back? Just go Clef here. He has a really hard time switching into Clef. I can just throw off a T-Wave, it hits everything. But he did save the Sableye sack. Another Overheat comes out. All good, yeah. Still does a lot of damage though. I am Calm Clefable though. With leftovers. Can't just throw out a T-Wave here, which I will elect to do right now. If I catch the Arch on the switch in, that's really, really good for me. Although, getting anything T-Waved is really nice for me, honestly. Yeah, T-Wave Clef is really strong in this matchup. And if Arch does come in, I'm literally going to Calm Mind in front of it. He doesn't have a whole lot for Calm Mind Clef on his roster. He's going to withdraw, probably into Arch if I had to guess. Do we see the Arch? Reset. Is that the Arch? It is the Arch, so really good T-Wave here. Fantastic stuff. And because I am Calm Clefable, and I know he's not Specs or anything, this is a relatively free Calm Mind. The only thing I'm really worried about is maybe like a crit on this turn specifically, but he needs to crit and not get parried, and all that stuff needs to happen. So, Calm Mind feels pretty free. And then after that, I'll probably just go for a Moonblast to get some chip on him. But yeah, I should not be too KO'd after this. We are faster, which we knew was going to be the case. We see a Flash Cannon come out. I should tank this pretty comfortably, yeah. Now, I probably just Moonlight here, honestly. Fish for Paras. No reason not to, honestly. I thought it might be a little bit less damage. I was mocking with a little bit more SPDF investment. That's why I'm used to it doing a little bit less. But I don't really want to Moonblast and die, so I'm going to Moonlight one time. He's going to switch probably into the Sableye to Encore me. That does look like the Sableye, right? Yeah, that's fine. I'll take a healthy Clef and a Parrot Archalodon. That's really good value here. And now he's really, really pressured to Encore in this situation. Like, he will lose if he doesn't Encore. So I'm actually going to make the cheeky switch out into my Keldeo. And worst case, I'm getting knocked. Like, it's not the end of the world, right? So just go Keldeo. Get one step ahead of the Encore. Should be able to pick up a KO with Surf, looks like. I guess technically Terra Blast Electric is a little bit more accurate in this situation particularly, because Samurott could come in on a Surf, and if Archalodon comes in, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to Terra Blast, I think. I don't want the Torn or the Samurott coming in for free, and the Volcarona is chipped already into range. So Terra Blast should be a KO here. Unless he goes Heart Arch. Heart Arch is the only way I don't get a KO immediately, because I'm not actually packing Aura Sphere on this set, but he doesn't know that. And if he does go Arch, I'm able to flip turn afterwards anyways, get a little bit more chip. And then I have my Terapagos sack. He is going to Whisk me, which is a little bit annoying, but I will take this trade for a KO on the Sableye. This means no more Encore for my Clef, so that win condition is a little bit nicer now. And we also get 2 kills for the keldeo. I probably should have made this play earlier though, when he swapped hard Volcarona, but maybe I wouldn't want to take the overheat anyways. Yeah, it worked out. Alright, 2 kills for keldeo. Reset, that is the Arch. Yes. And I'm going to flip turn here. I want to know if this is sturdy or, what is it? Stamina? Does that actually make sense for me to flip turn here? Why would I flip turn? Just a little bit of chip and given a defense boost? Does the defense boost matter? No, because my follow-up is Clef anyways. Clef and Calm Mind, or Scizor, actually. Scizor could be my follow-up and just Swords Dance. But I want a little bit more chip on the Samurott before I do that. So I think I am just going to flip turn. I don't see myself going Scizor in the next 2 turns before this is forced out. So flip turn, get a little bit of chip. May as well. Do we see stamina? We do. I mean, worth it, just to break the sturdy potential. Now I'm just going to sack my turtle, I think. I don't even have spin, so there's no point really saving it for anything at this point. It's slower than everything besides the paired arch, which I have other things that are better at punishing, I think. So I just sacked the Terapagos, that's why I saved it as a sack fodder. My Terapagos has not been performing very well in terms of KD, but it's been really important in like the mid-game stuff. And Draco Meteor, so he gets -2 out of that. Really nice stuff. Now the question is, do I go Clef and Calm Mind here? Because he's -2 now. I can just force the Scizor. But the Samurott will live 1. I could potentially Swords Dance twice is the thing. I could also go Lando and U-turn, or get up Rocks. Do I want Rocks up? I actually want Rocks up, I think. Is Rocks up correct? Do I need HP on Lando? No, it's just there to revenge Torn, and if I miss my Stone Edge, it'll die anyways to like Hurricane, because he's Terra flying. So I'm actually going to get up my Rocks here. And if he's Boots Torn, then great, he's not Specs, you know what I mean? He could also be scared of like an Earth Power here and switch out here. Honestly, I hope he stays in. A -2 Draco's not doing too much to my Landorus. I am Scarf Rock, so I'm forced out the next turn no matter what. But at -2, I can just go hard Clefable on this, even at -4 if he Dracos again. Yeah, I want the Rocks up for Samurott, because the Quick Attack rolls with my Scizor. And the Torn, if it's Specs, I want that at 75, not at 100. So pretty basic stuff. He's gonna switch into what? The Torn? Myself. That's the Volk, right? Yeah, Volk comes in. This is fine though. Rocks go up. Now, do I have to sack to overheat here? I don't think so. Do I risk my Hydreigon here? Because Bug Buzz is really scary for him to click here. Honestly, my Lando could just be Spadef. He has no information on my Landorus. So I'm just gonna go Hydreigon, I think. I think I can win without it if he Bug Buzzes, and I don't think a Bug Buzz is coming. So we're just gonna make the Hydreigon play. A Quiver Dance could be bad here, but he's in quick attack range for my Scizor at this point, so not really too worried. There's also no Draco resist anymore. The Screamtail's dead, so if I get this play right, I'm able to just be rewarded with a KO, I think. Yeah, willing to risk this. I really expect an overheat, honestly. Go Hydreigon! Yippee! take rocks, and the overheat does come out, so got that play right. It still does so much damage. Volk is strong. Damn. Now, can I Dark Pulse for the KO? Am I modest? I'm timid. So Dark Pulse does 37 to 43 to like 80 HP bulk. He should be less bulky than that, that's just the calc. So 40% on Dark Pulse for a guaranteed kill on this instead of risking 90%. I mean, he could pivot into Samurott, in which case I'd rather Draco, right? Does that open me up to anything afterwards? Not really, right? Maybe I Dark Pulse anyways. Like, what's the punish, really? I don't see a big punish. I'm just gonna Dark Pulse. This should KO. Oh, it doesn't. And Morning Sun. Ooh, that's actually not great. But he has to risk Dark Pulse flinches here. So Morning Sun overheat. I'm just gonna Dark Pulse again, I think. I already made the decision that I can win without this Hydreigon. So if I get Bug Buzzed, cool. I'm fishing for flinches here. Crit would also win, or like, kill him. He actually does have HP on this Volcarona. Maybe I should have just Draco'd. He's still at -2 at this point, so he's really not that scary. Yeah, he's really playing with fire here. He's also like really close to getting swept by Clefable at this point, so even if he does kill me, I can set up on this really freely. I'm just gonna Dark Pulse again. I doubt it's Quiver, Morning Sun, Overheat, Filler. Like, that doesn't make sense, right? So I'm not really fearing a Quiver Dance at this point, and if he does Quiver Dance, he's still -1, so I can react accordingly. So 20% flinch. Crit won't kill at this point, but still, he's playing with flinches. And 20% is pretty high. Anyone who's used Stone Edge knows that. He does withdraw. Do we see a Samurott come in? I'm perfectly happy taking chip on Samurott. Unrivaled. Seems to be a Samurott, yeah. Is it Boots? It is not Boots. So how much damage does this do? Decent amount. That looks to be about right with just offensive Samurott. Now, do I want to just attack this? Be so for real. Because I think I can just put this in Vacuum Wave range with another Dark Pulse, and then my Keldeo has multiple Pokemon that it just picks up a KO against. No questions asked. I think I'm going to Dark Pulse and then follow up with my Keldeo. Yeah, just do that. Why not? Does Sacred Sword me? That's fine. Like I said, I'm okay without my Hydreigon here. So now I go Keldeo, get another KO. Okay, that's what my plan is anyways, right? He's back in. Now, do I Vacuum Wave or do I Terra Blast? He can't kill me with anything, but I do like my HP on this. The only thing I would worry about with a Vacuum Wave is a pivot to Volk, but he actually doesn't know that he's faster, or he might not even be faster. He had HP, but I would assume he's faster than my Keldeo, no speed. Regardless, Vacuum Wave seems pretty safe. Just gonna click it. Worst case, it's like Choppleberry. But in that case, it's still the same as just Terra Blasting anyways. He does withdraw, okay. To Arch, maybe? To reset, this was the Arch. Okay, so I at least smack this for good damage. This is nice. Not quite a 2-hit KO, but that's okay. I'm definitely keeping my Keldeo here. No doubt about it. So my Hydreigon's dead, my Terapagos is dead. Do I flip turn into Clef here? To save the KO? So I think Draco's coming. And if he flash cannons, I can Moonblast after, put it in Vacuum Wave range. Not the end of the world. We're also really, really close to a Stone Edge sweep if this thing goes down. But regardless, my plays flip turn here always, so I'm gonna click that first. Get the stamina boost, but that's not the end of the world. Now, Clefable versus Flash Cannon, if he does click it, let's see the worst case, right? Archaludon, Max Modest, let's call it. I will live. It'll do like 80% though. Is that fine with me? I get off a Moonblast 100%? Yeah, let's do it. I'm expecting a Draco anyways. Maybe he flash cans, maybe he catches me. We'll never know. I'm just gonna decide that he Draco'd there. Now, I'm just going to Calm Mind on this thing, I think. Yeah, let's just Calm Mind. Nothing he can do to really punish us. So we might just sweep with Clefable here, which would be a shame because I want Keldeo to get more kills. But hey, I'll take the win if it's presented. The only thing I'd really be worried about is like a choice-banded Samurott. Would I be afraid of a choice-banded Samurott? He did switch versus Clef, but he was locked into Sacred Sword, potentially. So, I mean, he would switch anyways, right? Switches to Unrivaled, that is the Samurott. Now I will just take a KO versus this thing. There's no way he can one-shot me, even choice-banded. It would need to be banded crit. I'm EV'd specifically for this to not 2-hit KO me, just raw. So, yeah. Just gonna Moonblast, take my KO. Razor Shell comes out. Yeah, as you can see, doesn't do a whole lot. The defense drop doesn't matter because he only has special attackers left. So 1 KO for Clef. Not bad. Get my leftovers. All good. Now, can anything actually kill me from this point? I kind of want to just spread Paras. And then win with Keldeo. Get 5 kills. That would be the dream, right? Let me see. Tornadus, T. If he is Terraflying Specs. And I'm +1 Spadef. So Hurricane might kill me, but I'll live a Bleak Wind, I think, from this range. Yeah. So that's what we're working with here. And if he does Hurricane, I do have my Keldeo follow-up, which will be a KO. Myself is coming in. That's the Volk. I will gladly take a para on this. I'm EV to always be faster after a para as well. So I will be able to Moonlight on it as well afterwards. So this is where the speed EVs are really coming in clutch versus this Volcarona matchup. There's the Overheat. This shouldn't KO. Not even close. Yeah. So it gets the T-Wave on this. Now I don't have to worry about it outspeeding my Keldeo. This is really nice. Just going to Moonlight here. No reason not to. If he does crit through me, honestly I'm okay with that because I get a Surf KO. You know? anything for the Keldeo kills at this point. I need to average like 3 per game to catch up to my goal. Alright, Moonlight, not Moonblast. This Clef is going all the way back up to full, and I think I could take the win with Clef right now, but I really want to maneuver a way to get Keldeo more kills. Is that disrespectful? Maybe. It might just be. My bad, my bad. I don't really see a way to lose this though. Maybe if he has like 100% crit rate from now till the end of the game. Like, and even then, it might be rough. Like, my Scizor is super close to winning as well. He withdraws into Arch, maybe? Champion, there's the Torn. Alright, I will gladly pair this thing. Please let me pair it. It's Boots, so we know it's not Specs or anything. Nasty Plot might be scary. But if I pair this, then my Keldeo revenges it with Terra Blast. So I will take a pair on this. T-Wave, go! Nasty Plot, there it is. We know it's not Lum, because it's Boots. We do hit the T-Wave. Now I need to find a situation where I can get my Keldeo in and get multiple kills. Because I think we can end the game with 5 Keldeo kills. Let's see if we can do it. Battle, Moonblast. I'll take this chip on this thing. I could very well be faster if he's aggro creeping. I do have some speed on this Clefable. But realistically, he should outspeed me. He can Terra Flying here. And it won't KO me. Not from full at +1 Spadef. Right. +2. We know he's Boots. Yeah, this never kills me. Even Modest doesn't kill me. That's actually funny. I'll need to check the damage rolls with Keldeo versus this. Do I actually need Chip? Yeah, Terra Blast does 80 to 90 to this thing. We see a Sludge Wave. I think that's actually weaker than Hurricane. Oh, is that a crit? Yeah, that's a crit. That's fine though. I honestly wanted that to happen, because now I get a free Keldeo. That's actually so funny. Keldeo in. This will be a KO with Terra Blast, 100%. Go, Keldeo! Yippee! And we do just Terra Blast always here. Oh, actually I was doing Calc versus like Spadef Torn, so this like super kills actually. Terra Blast, go. Yeah, I know he's gonna be offensive versus me. So yeah, it just straight up KOs even after regen. He's gonna switch here, probably sack Volk, go Arch. Oh, myself comes in. That's, yeah, that is the Volk. Will just be a Surf follow-up. A critical hit? I'm so sorry, man. Yeah, no reason not to... actually, Terra Blast is technically correct. In case he doubles Torn, I take less burn damage. Like, it doesn't matter, dude. So this is 3 KOs for Keldeo. Now, I assume Arch has to come in. And we already saw my Vacuum Wave did a decent amount. So he's gonna be pretty close to in range. So he's not AV, I don't think. Or maybe he is AV, because that actually could be a damage roll that happens. He has like a little bit, like not max HP. So we're gonna flip turn for some chip here. Now, there's nothing he can do to actually kill my Scizor from this range. But does close combat kill? I don't want it to kill. I'm Life Orb. He's +1 defense. Yeah, CC would just annihilate this thing. And Bullet Punch only does like 10%. So maybe I can't exactly force the Keldeo to get all these kills. Would I be happy with 4 kills? Does Lando EQ kill? EQ would also kill this, so I don't have a way of forcing like a little bit of chip. I think I just go hard Scizor. That's fine. He can't actually kill my Scizor with anything. It doesn't get fire coverage. Yeah, Draco here. That's fine. And just close combat, I think. We will KO this with Scizor, but then I think we can find a way to get Keldeo the last kill. Yeah, so 4 for Keldeo, I'm pretty sure. All's well, though. Maybe he switches. That would be nice. He does switch, so maybe I can get my Keldeo kills after all. Because he's going to take rocks again. Because here, I don't have to take this KO. Is this throwing if I go hard Keldeo here? Low-key it might be. Can I do it? I'm at 213. No, I'm not going to throw the game, actually. I'm going to stop trying to calc that. I can't actually just close combat and then Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Sword Dance. And then enable my Keldeo to be the last one in. And if it doesn't KO the Arch for whatever reason, then my Lando will be Earthquake. So it's a 100% win path no matter what. Just gonna CC here. Hoping he knocks me out here. You know, we're gonna be a good guy in Sword Stance the next turn. I really need my Keldeo to get these kills. Please, 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 please. I know he's punching the air because he knows what I'm doing. And make no mistake, if the Arch comes out, I will be bullet punching it. Yep, he doesn't want to give me it. He doesn't want it, but it's forced, I think. I think it's forced. This is so devious, dude. This is so devious. Okay, Scizor. I want to see the calcs here. Versus Arch, +2 Life Orb. So Bullet Punch does 22-ish. So we're gonna Bullet Punch. This is so stupid. Why am I doing this? Wait, it kills? No! No! Why did that kill? Oh, because I'm calcing +1 still. I should have quick attacked. My bad. Oh, dude. We're just gonna Sword Stance till we die. I need this Keldeo kill. There's the Terra Blast, and Keldeo will pick up the last one with Terra Blast. Dude, this could have been 5 Keldeo kills, man. Whatever, a win's a win. Go, Keldeo. Yeah, no Serperior was really big for this Keldeo set. Although I really wish I had Aura Sphere over Flip Turn. We would have won way faster. But yeah, there we go. Keldeo gets 4 kills. And that's going to be the game. GG to Keegan. I did play with my food at the end there. A little bit disrespectful. But hey, anything for the Keldeo kills. That's my motto. Anyways, thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next week. This is so stupid, man.